All right.
Soft.
Well,
doesn't make any sense.
What a way to end the year, huh? What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Losers Lounge.
Oh, man.
A Losers Lounge where the game is hardly relevant, although the Nuggets did lose 147. Holy shit. 147 to 123. But the real story, Nikola Jokic exits the game right before halftime with a knee injury that we are all going to be holding our breath for until we get some updated news on it. We are presented by Bet365. Choose your offer, find out why, whatever the moment. Never ordinary at Bet365. We're also in the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. We're in the Toyota ambulance. I don't know if you guys have seen the new 2026 Toyota ambulance.
I thought it was we were calling it the intensive care wing.
It is the intensive care wing. It's also the prayer wing right now. Brendan Vogt's here.
I am here. I am here. That's about as much as I got for you.
Just a body at the moment.
Just a body.
Just a shell of a person.
Nuggets, if you need anything, I know the Facu years were a little rough for people, but I'll try.
Yeah. D-Line Co's here.
You know, I just...
Let it out, man. Let it out.
I don't even know where it is, dude. This is like you're asking me to let all of me out.
Yeah.
What would be left if I let it out?
Nothing. Same as the rest of us. Superstar Dev joins the show.
You guys heard the music. I don't know if I've been sadder.
We don't know. We don't know.
Look,
I mean, here's the thing. You guys want? We're going to talk about Jokic. Maybe we'll learn something. I mean, I think David Adelman talking here very soon. We're going to be hearing a little bit more, get some updates on the injury. But let's just do a fast breakdown real quick just to kind of go over it. The notes do stop at a certain point. You'll probably guess when. To start the game, Murray to Jokic alley-oop. You guys remember this? Jokic dunk, two-footed, two-handed dunk.
It's the best thing I ever saw.
We had an oop the other day, but it wasn't really a dunk oop. It was more of a like a layup oop. Tonight we got the actual thing. A lob, Jokic catches it, slams it home. It was unbelievable. Back and forth first quarter, but the Heat started pulling away in the back half, and the Heat were absolutely on fire. That was a note that continued all game. Nuggets were not getting any stops. It was 41-29. Heat after one. Zeke Naji in the game, 3 quick fouls. Big Val in the game, 3 quick fouls. Fortunately, Bruce Brown playing well. He had 11 points in that second quarter, and he was keeping them alive, making some tough shots, and just like the Nuggets, there was a chance that game could have gotten away from him in that second quarter. I thought he single-handedly held him in it till the starters got back. Spencer Jones as well. I shouldn't say single-handedly. Those two. Spencer Jones had like 4 incredible defensive plays in a row.
He was playing deep.
Block shots and steals and everything. I mean, he had his motor going tonight. And then Bruce playing with the starters. Tonight, one of my notes I have in here is it reminds you that when Bruce is on, he fits into the starting lineup so well. He was in for Tim Hardaway Jr., and when he's like in the rhythm, you're like, oh, yes, that's exactly it, man. That's why you love Brucey B. He plays well with the main guys, knows how to fit in alongside of them. And then Jokic comes into the game and just absolutely took over. That second quarter was a masterclass. He ends the game with 21 points on 9 of 14 shooting, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. And the last shot, I believe it was the last one, he was on fire, and you could just tell everything was feeling good. And he had this floater from like 15 feet where he just threw it 30 feet in the air, and it went way up, teardrop down, barely moved the net. And you're like, man, this guy, his brain is locked into the rim right now to where he won't miss.
He scored 13 points in 7 minutes and 20 seconds. And they were doubling him, by the way.
Yes.
That was their
The
strategy.
early story of the game was they weren't going to let Jokic beat him with scoring. He did have 6 assists in the first quarter, but they were like, as soon as he touched the ball, full on double team. In that second quarter, he got going and he puts up 21 points. But right before the half, I don't know which thing to be mad at. It's probably just, I really do think this injury is mostly dumb luck. But right before the half, Jaime Jaquez drives to the basket and gives what is, of all the things they try to protect the player from, the offensive player is allowed now to do the little shove off as you drive. Shove Spencer Jones. He takes a very awkward step back. Jokic is watching the play. It's not like he's not seeing what's happening. He's watching it. He just didn't expect Spencer Jones to fall back as far as he did. right into his knee, and it does the hyperextension. I mean, that really is what the injury is that Jokic took Spencer Jones's leg to his knee, and it basically just buckled, not sideways. I don't think there was a single twist.
It was Spencer Jones's foot held Jokic's foot down. So as he felt back, like he was kind of moving forward and going back at the same time, so it caused his knee to do this. Slightly.
Ever so slightly. It wasn't like a crazy one, but it was enough. And Yoke goes to the floor, grabbing his knee. He almost does a backward somersault, grabs his knee, and you could tell he was in pain. It was the end of the quarter, so something, I don't remember if they scored on that play or not. I don't even remember. But the Nuggets get the ball in because there wasn't a stoppage of play. There's no foul or anything. The Nuggets throw a heave up, and that's the half. And Yoke gets up, and he limps to the locker room, not as in he needed to be wheelchaired or anything like that out, but also limping as if it hurt to put any weight on it.
Yeah, he under his own power as a matter of pride. He probably almost should have had someone helping.
Shouldn't have walked out.
Yeah.
And of course, we were all holding our breaths. In the second half, the Nuggets fell down 10 very quick. There was a little tiny glimmer of hope after the Heat were not missing anything. Spencer Jones hit a couple threes, but the Heat just scored every time. They had 47 in the third quarter. And then what did they get in the fourth quarter? 37. They ended up making 22 threes, shooting 48% on the night from three.
Ridiculous.
Just absolutely caught fire. But the story is none of that. The game was tied when Jokic went out of the game at halftime. But now we all hold our breath as the fourth starter and by far the most important one is out the game. Let's still go to Red Hawk Roofing Big Takeaways.
Yeah, good luck, everyone,
Dev?
with your Red Hawk Roofing Big Takeaways.
My Red Hawk Roofing Big Takeaway in this one is, please, God. Please. Because watching that game without Jokic, it did not feel right. It just didn't feel right. The team looks... It was bad news bears the minute that they got out of the game. I know that we talk about the Nuggets being down so many players, but to go down 4 starters at the exact same time, I don't think it's ever been done. We don't deserve this. That was not a fun game. I'm sure that this is going to be not a fun next however many games that he's out, and we just all have to pray to whoever we pray to because we can't do this.
Dude, I pray to Jokic. Gets me nowhere.
We might as well. They pay for it, so let's just do Red Hawk Roofing. You could have the same takeaway, honestly.
My Red Hawk Roofing Big Takeaway. These Nuggets are going to have to figure out how to play a very different style than they are used to and a very different style than they exhibited after Jokic went out. They are so far behind the 8 ball, it's not even worth mentioning, but they already were in a position where they were just going to have to outscore their opponent, and they just weren't shooting threes. They just bro, you guys just have to hit threes. That's just really your only hope. You're way too small now. You're way too, you just don't have the ball handlers to get into the paint. Everyone was trying to freelance. They just didn't know what to do, in fairness to them, but they have to figure out how to play a lot different brand of basketball. They got to move that goddamn rock.
They do have to move that GD rock. That we'll definitely have the conversation because I think when you said we have to hope for the best, I do think there's reason for optimism. A lot of the Twitter doctors and people that do this sort of thing, actual doctors who are on Twitter, there seems to be some hope that it's maybe not the worst case scenario, but I think we all feel like whatever it is going to be time. It's going to be something. And to your point, that's also 4 starters the Nuggets are going to have to figure out. I have no idea who they are without Jokic. I don't know.
They don't either.
Clearly, neither do they. I wouldn't expect them. Honestly, we knew at the half. You knew at the half this was going to be a 20-point loss. You were just well, there's no way you recover emotionally from that, let alone figure out a new identity on the fly. But yes, that will be a storyline here for the show.
Yeah, my Red Hawk Roofing Big Takeaway is, this could be you could get a relatively good news on this injury, right? That it's not season ending. Maybe it's not even structural, a la Cam Johnson. This is not just Jokic. You're down. There's some overlap now of a week and a half to 2 weeks, maybe, where you're without 4 starters. So it's who are you without Jokic is one thing. Who are you without, your entire basketball team? I'm not trying to go full doom and gloom. There's a timeline here that they could survive for sure, right? It could be relatively good news on Jokic. We know 2 of those guys are coming back at some point on this road trip, or we're possibly going to. But it's you still have to survive whatever that month is, right? Like they could drop to the play-in. It could get really, really ugly. And I wish I kind of had a better silver lining to finish on, but it just even in the best case scenario, this is going to get really hairy here for at least a month.
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is along with that, like, we'll do more of this here coming up, but I just think he's going to miss some time. It's really hard to imagine he went back, iced it, wakes up in the morning, took some Advil, and was like, you know what? Actually, it's pretty good. I don't know. It's always possible. Like everybody should kind of keep all things open.
100%. We don't know.
Even if he misses, we'll say 2 weeks, which would be a very short for a knee injury. The Nuggets just played their 7th game in 10 nights. 7th game in 10 nights. They're on the second of a 7-game road trip. They're down 4 starters. The guys who are not injured are exhausted because this is even if everybody was healthy, you'd be exhausted in that, but shorten your rotation. Now you're very exhausted. And then you get this. I honestly fear for the Nuggets at the moment. Your point about the standings, they are 2 games up of the 6th seed, 3 games up of the Phoenix Suns, who got a big win tonight. They've won 4 in a row. They're 3 games up of Kale's Phoenix Suns for the play-in.
For the play-in.
If you tell me Jokic misses 2 weeks, I'm like, yeah, that might be enough to close that gap. You tell me he misses 6 weeks? I mean, the Nuggets' entire season just changed, and it's we've never been in this moment. I don't even remember a time when I thought Jokic was injured. You know what I mean? Like, he's rolled an ankle. But there's never been an injury where we didn't know exactly what it was. This is the first time where I'm like, man, I didn't think it was possible.
He had one time where he fell down and like it was pretty dramatic, but it was before the team had fully realized their potential with Jokic. I can't remember how long he was out for, but he just doesn't get injured. Like, this is crazy.
And this one, he was on the ground, right? Exactly, a freak injury. He was on a lot of it is that he's not flying through the air at ridiculous speeds, right? And verticals all the time. Even this one, he was ground bound and it was just kind of a freak accident. But yeah, you're right. We haven't even had very many scares.
Yeah, everybody felt it all at the exact same, like everybody had the same thought when he went down. Like, oh no, because we don't see him like that. And then also when their reaction like makes you like, oh man, that's a real one. Like he did not react like this was like nothing.
Right,
and also it is crazy to think that we're one Shams tweet away from knowing what the record's gonna be, because like the best case scenario, like you just said, is 2 weeks out. They're still gonna go 0-7, at that time, most likely. Like that, their team is decimated. Everybody's out. It might even force people to try to come back earlier. This was not a good night. Like it was a horrible night. All things considered.
All things considered, it was a terrible night. I will give you this one quote here from David Adelman in the postgame. According to Katie Wingy, he says, the team will find out more tomorrow, and they're hoping for the best. Now, here's where we're at. It's like we're like deciphering hieroglyphics or something. We're trying to infer something that we don't really know. Just the fact that you say you're hoping for the best makes me think that at least there's some positive sign. I heard the same thing with Cam Johnson. In fact, I'd heard that night that they don't think anything was torn,
right,
but that it was still an injury that was going to cause something. You can usually tell on the spot if something is torn, this or that. And I'm just trying to hold on to any little glimmer of hope. If you're hoping for the best, my thought is that means you probably didn't feel something. You don't know it, but I'm just going to buy it.
Adam, I'm not even allowing myself to think about what the injury might be. Like right now I'm just like,
it's a tickled patella. It's actually.
I'm not going to allow myself to extrapolate what it might be. Like I'm just going to wait until I hear something. But I'm not happy. I'll say that.
You will go that far?
I will say that.
You'll go as far as that?
I'm unhappy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a hyperextension is what happened to his leg. It's not. The hyperextension is not the injury. The hyperextension is like what physically happened to him.
This is like when you get some kind of illness and then all of a sudden you know everything about it. Like you now have had to research this multiple You're
times.
Like now an expert on this subject.
Right. Yeah. That's not the injury. That's what happened to him. And there are a wide range of injuries that could have occurred. That there has been some positive speculation online. Obviously, we don't know. We've still got to fill this hour show, so we're going to talk our way through it. But it could like Cam, right? It looked really bad. There was a chance it could be non-structural, and that's how it shook out. You're hoping that's how it shakes out here. And I don't want to speculate too much for obvious reasons, but it's going to be a long. The reality is, even with the most optimistic perspective you could hold, the season hangs in the balance here for 24 hours at least, right? As we wait to figure out what this is, because as we were outlining earlier, even if it is, not the full season, but it's just a month or whatever, that's going to leave Denver in a really precarious position. So it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night for Nuggets fans and for the organization. We'll
share the video of what David Adelman had to say. It wasn't a huge update, but we'll share that here on the other side. And we'll also talk about what Brian Suter, is that his name? The Twitter doctor, he had a little take on it. We'll go to what he had to say about the injury on the other side.
Have you used Monarch yet? It's a great way to manage your finances, to really get hyper organized and confident in your finances. I actually use Monarch. I use it to budget, but you can really get very specific. You can put things into subcategories. You can allot how much you expect or want to spend on, not just entertainment or whatever, but how much is going to electronics, how much is because you went to the movies, how much is because you kept going to the DNVR bar and buying Eric shirts. And you can see specifically where you went over budget. So rather than, oh no, I spent too much, you can kind of get a better sense of your spending habits, learn how to kind of spend the way that you want to reach your goals. And, with Monarch, they also really want to help grow your finances as well. There are a ton of services that are available to you. They don't want you to leave money on the table. When you're making good money, it's easy to get complacent. Fire up Monarch, so make sure that you have full control over your finances, over your budget, and you can see it all in one place, in one nice design dashboard that, again, it can be really overwhelming to think about all the different places your money are going, especially in this era where it's less about cash and more about cards and subscriptions. See it all in one spot with Monarch. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code DNVR at monarch.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code DNVR. And shout out New Built Restoration and Construction.
Oh my God.
Licensed general contractors who can help you with any project.
They don't do knee stuff, right?
They don't do knee stuff. No.
Okay.
No, I'll explain to you, Eric, exactly what they do.
Okay.
They can help with any well, not body related project, Eric. They're general but any project.
Do not call them for body related anything.
In the world of general contracting, they can help with any project, big or small.
Do you guys do body stuff?
Don't ask them that. They're available 24/7. They truly care about being there for their customers 24/7. There are over 600 reviews prove this to be true. So customer service, customer care, a priority for them. They'll work with your insurance to make sure that this potentially stressful process is actually as smooth as possible. Fire damage, water damage, mold removal, repair services, commercial projects. They've got you covered at New Built Restoration and Construction. They're also true DNVR fans, true Colorado folks. So we're excited to support their business as they help support ours when that home emergency hits. New Built Restoration and Construction will be there at nubilt.com or 720-903-4254. Let them know that DNVR sent you.
Alrighty, we are back here, segment 2. I will say I have had multiple hyperextensions of my knee. I know, as you've pointed out, that is the act, not the injury.
Yeah, sure.
But I've had several, and I'm sure it was bone bruising, but me, just a lowly, regular person, I don't get to get MRI imaging or anything like that.
They didn't rush you out of there.
No, they didn't rush me out. And of course, this was a younger.
Just rub dirt on it.
They rubbed some dirt on it. And I will say that having experienced multiple of these, I do remember them being painful, but also my own recovery was quick. I'm not a pro athlete. They're probably a little more cautious. I was even telling the guys before we went live, it happened to me one time in between high school and college where I continued playing, but it did hurt. And I just limped up and down. Now, let me go to Brian Sutter's. I just got a summary of what he said. We did watch the video earlier, but I'm going to give you a quick summary. He says, clearly hyperextension into the knee caused, where the knee went a little bit backwards. He said it looks low grade. His thing, because hyperextension also can be multiple things,
We're
right?
sure he wasn't just talking about the video feed?
It could be many things, and his point was it wasn't that hyperextended. You can really hyperextend that thing, or you can just a little bit. He said low grade, no extreme backwards. bending of the knee, minimal side-to-side movement, which is huge, which is, we talk about one way you hurt your knee is twisting it abnormally left to right. Wasn't a lot of that. And even if you look at the video, it's like straight back. So these are good signs. He says no direct blow to the knee itself. A lot of times when you get ACL injuries or some of these, ligament injuries, it's because there's direct contact to them, which then puts a different stress on it. And he says Jokic was stationary himself, not running or jumping. Oftentimes when you get an ACL, there's movement to the body. Jokic is stationary. It goes straight back, and it wasn't that big of an extension. He said all of these things are very good sign that there is not going to be extensive damage. Again, just knock on wood. He also says, hyperextensions often result in bone bruising. We know this is what Cam Johnson suffered, why he's out or will be reevaluated in 4 to 6 weeks. And then sometimes the stretching of the joint capsule. But he said, and again, there's no way of knowing this. He's just taking a guess and using caution. He said, bone bruising is expected in nearly all hyperextension cases and is painful, often causing 1 to 2 weeks of missed time. If we got news that Yoke was out for 2 weeks, oh my
That'd be awesome.
God.
Bone bruising that's another one where depending on the location of the bone bruise, it could be anywhere from 2 weeks to, I think the longest on record is 75 days for recovery. So got to find out where it is, but that would be awesome, obviously.
It says realistic expectation. Again, it's all just a guess, and he is saying he is more optimistic than pessimistic about the overall prognosis here.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and it says 1 to 2 weeks.
I'll take that. I bet that 75 days was, or 75 weeks was Anthony Davis, right? No,
I don't know. I have no idea.
Feels like
I'm not that.
Well,
deep
you're
into
talking
weeds.
about I think Cam's was like a bad bone bruise. You know what I mean? Like this is what he's talking about low grade versus high grade.
One, yes.
Yeah, and hopefully Jokic's is of the lighter variety. Like I said, when it happened to me, I know, or one of the times it happened to me, I didn't miss more than a couple days. Probably should have missed a few more, but I hope that's the case with Yoke, where it's like, you know what, we're going to take the rest of this road trip off just to be safe.
I love it. Let's live in this world. Like again, I'm not ready to go down any route of what I think is going to happen. I'm clearly just going to sit and wait. But I mean, there is precedent for something like this that looks like this not being as damaging as maybe it could be. So let's live in that world until we have to not.
You know what I would never do? Take Jokic for granted again.
Did we? Is this what happened? We took him for granted, didn't we?
I feel like we didn't, but it is possible we did, I guess. Let's also go real quickly to what David Adelman said. And I know you have the video clip here, Kale. Just play the first question. I don't really want the second question, just the first one.
Audio's not coming through on the show, sorry.
Oh, people aren't able to hear it? Oh, really? I'll read you what he says here. All I know is that the left knee injury, and he has to go through the whole process of what it is. Watching it at halftime, it looked like his feet got tangled up with a teammate. Obviously, immediately he knew something was wrong. This is part of the NBA. Anybody gets hurt in this game, it's kind of gut-wrenching, especially somebody as special as he is. We'll find out more tomorrow. We'll move on as a team. Obviously, right now, I'm more concerned just about him as a person. The disappointment of going through something like that, it's unfortunate. Hoping for the best. So not a lot there, but
I mean, he also even more so than us. He has to try to come out there and not sound like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
They're going to do the full testing tomorrow, so he's got to try not to make it sound so that everyone thinks he's going to come back. You know what I mean? He's got to try to give as neutral a statement as possible there.
Absolutely, yeah. Like us, we are hanging on every word.
Right.
I will say this, man. For all the doom and gloom, the most educated person on the topic that we have heard from is probably this Brian Sutterer, and I know he's just looking at film. It's not doctors don't do it this way, but the fact that he is optimistic is I think we all should. If you're pessimistic and he's optimistic, you should probably weigh which one of you probably has more insight.
Sure. I think it's really fear more than it. You see Jokic on the ground grabbing his knee, writhing on the floor. It scares you,
especially when you know how strong, Jokic is and how much of a warrior he plays through all of this. So for him to be worried at the time, while he's going through it, that shocked us. But hearing it from a person who's been right a lot of the times when these injuries come about, it gives you optimism. Makes you feel like, maybe this is not that bad. And that's what everybody wants.
Yeah. So I look at this and say, you know what? Let's just hope for the best. If we get some good news, they are on a 7-game road trip. Even if, best case scenario, it's like, you know, it's actually not that bad. He iced it for a few days and feels good. I still feel like the Nuggets are going to look at the 7-game road trip. It's against it's the East. It's all Eastern teams.
I would send him home.
Oh, probably was what they would do. They probably wouldn't fly him because they have to make a bunch of trips back to back and everything else. They probably would just send him home to do some rehab. And if nothing else, you know, it might, if he is able to recover in 1 to 2 weeks, it might be a little reset on the season. One of those things where I know we're joking about the taking it for granted, but I wonder if the whole team looks at it and says, we're not even halfway through the season and we've lost 4 of 5 starters at some point. Like, take a breath. Remind ourselves what's important, what we have to do here. And it could be, in some ways, a healthy reset of just how, delicate the whole thing is.
To not take it for granted.
Well, what I mean is this. I was thinking about this today. The NBA regular season is so, like, meaningless in terms of, like, teams play well in a month and bad in a month, and they just go through these ups and downs. And really the experience of watching the regular season is just hoping your team doesn't get hurt.
Exactly right. And well, once you know your team is good.
Yeah, once you know they're good.
Then it's like, all right, now we just have to stay healthy until it really, really, really matters. But, like, yeah, man, this is listen, we've been here before. We'll be here again. We're in purgatory, and we're gonna get through it together.
There's got to be a movie about us how we just keep getting sent to purgatory. Has anybody been sent to purgatory multiple times? You know what I mean?
Well, isn't that
there a myth out there where you just keep going back?
Isn't that the thing? The whole thing about purgatory? But
I thought then you either go to heaven or hell, though.
No, but you get stuck and you never move. Like,
yeah, but we came back to Earth.
I think people get stuck there.
Okay.
And we're stuck there right now. Anyway, and point being, we're purgatory pals. All of us. We got to keep each other company here.
I mean, the Christian injury was like a gut. You know, the Chris injury was a blow, right? The Aaron injury was a gut punch. The Cam injury is like a black eye after you've already been punched in the gut.
Yeah.
And then this is when someone just comes in and pushes you over for good measure at the end. It's just step by step. How much can you take away from this team before the whole thing wobbles and collapses?
It's like a cartoon where you like step on a rig, and then you land on a cactus, and
step
then
on another rig,
and then in the last one you get hit by an atomic bomb.
Totally, totally, man. This is just unbelievable.
That's a Final Destination movie. We're going through a Final Destination. Even in this game, like, you're holding your breath watching the other players. There was a moment in the game that Jamal was holding his ankle.
Right.
I'm like, yo, there just cannot be a way. Like, let's just end the game right now. Try to get them out of there.
Man, we got to see DaRon Holmes play.
Hey,
you guys asked for it. You got it. This is like one of those, like,
be careful
you
what
have
you
to
ask
be
for.
very specific in how you ask for a wish.
Upon a cursed monkey paw.
This is a monkey paw.
Yeah, for sure.
This is 4. Oh, you had 4 points, 3 rebounds. There you go.
Great.
I don't even know if I saw DaRon Holmes at all in this game.
I don't remember him scoring. I'm not going to lie to you. But,
are we sure he had 4 points?
Yes, that's 4. He was out there, like, competing for the rebounds. Like, he was getting pushed around a little bit. But he was coming out with a couple of rebounds as well. And you got to find some type of optimism right now. Everyone's been asking for, DaRon Holmes, just to see what it is that he has, because it can't be worse than some of the players that they're putting out there. So him getting in this game was a positive. You want some type of hope for the team right now. So it was good to see him.
By the way, very likely to play a lot, on the rest of this road trip.
Very likely.
I mean, all jokes aside, if you're looking for sort of things to sink your teeth into as a fan in the interim, beyond just this is going to be tough, an extended look at Holmes is something, right?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a silver lining as far as, like, it'll make the team better. Just for you as a fan, right?
Yeah.
Why should you watch these games, stick with it, see what Holmes has to offer? I was pretty checked out working on that recap and injury stuff at that point, so I don't have a ton of Holmes notes tonight.
He did not look particularly impressive yet, but he was.
There's nothing harder though than checking in for your first moments at garbage time when the vibe is just.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't take anything from it at all. I wish that there'd been a couple moments when he shot a 3. He got, like, Jaime Jaquez went right through him, no problem. You could kind of see a few things you expect maybe, but I think he'll get obviously a lot more confidence on the offensive end.
Can you imagine making your debut on our show tonight? If this was like your first, it's like D-Line is joining the show. It's a tough first night, but give us some tape.
He was kind of negative.
Yeah, he was pretty negative. He was a downer, man. The show's usually a lot more fun than this.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't bring down the other guys.
I thought you were a jokester, man.
Yeah, we told everybody you were going to be a lot of fun. You know what I just realized, man? This much anticipated, at least for me, and I think for a lot of Nuggets fans, this much anticipated Michael Porter Jr. versus old team. There might not be anybody playing.
Oh, man.
You might, especially if Murray's healthy. That is the front end of back-to-back. That might be the game you rest Jamal. It really might be Michael Porter versus DaRon Holmes and Julian Strother.
And he's
we're
going
like,
to try to
here it
go
is.
for 80.
There's no Michael Malone. There's no Jokic.
Yeah. Mike against that defense could be a long
Oh,
night.
man, it might be a long
Could be
night.
a long night.
All right, let's take a break on the other side. More to break down, and we'll start to look ahead now and just say, what do we want to see from these Nuggets here in the coming days?
Shopify is the e-commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. If you are thinking about starting your own business, if you're thinking about turning that dream you had, right, as a kid into a reality now as an adult, you want Shopify by your side. They actually power the DNVR merch store, which was really busy to end the year. Thanks to all of you. Great. Just the best community and base in the world.
best.
And also thanks to D-Line, who's just pumping out tons of great content that you can enjoy at the DNVR merch store. And that's powered by our friends at Shopify. Shopify is you covered with the website creation, product descriptions, email and social media marketing, and more. They also have AI tools designed to help you maximize sales. So if you've got a business, if you're thinking about turning a dream into a reality and starting a new business, if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into
Ching.
with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allcity. That's shopify.com/allcity.
There it is.
Bang,
Perfectly
nailed it.
timed. Look at that. Kale.
That was the most fun part of the show.
That was really fun.
That
Yeah,
was really good. He
I
did it
enjoyed
perfect.
that.
That second was perfect.
That was so fun.
Bet365 is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets, and tomorrow is Tuesday. That just a PSA. Make sure you check out the NBA Tip-Off Tuesday offers. It's never ordinary at Bet365. You can see for yourself tomorrow with that Tip-Off Tuesday offer. Place a qualifying same-game parlay bet with the Safety Net Bet feature on Tuesday NBA games and get up to $10 in bonus bets, even if the bet loses. Terms and conditions apply. Download the app and use code DNVR365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Breaking news from Bet365. New customers now get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use code DNVR365. Deposit $10 to place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Alrighty, back here, segment 3. So now we look ahead. Like, let's. You know what the people need right now, everybody? They need some silver
alcohol.
linings.
Oh.
I'm saying they probably need some alcohol too. Grab yourself a Rocky, I guess. But you need some silver linings here because, again, we can doom and gloom, but we don't know what's going to happen here. And you always have to make the best out of a bad situation. Nuggets are down Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, Cam Johnson, Nikola Jokic. All that's remaining at the moment, knock on wood, is Jamal Murray and the bench. So what do we want to see, Dev? If we're going to have to play, even if we just say this road trip with that group, what can be accomplished in that time?
I think that Valanciunas getting some type of rhythm with this team.
It's a great one, man.
It doesn't matter if it's the starters or what we think of as the starters, but him playing well, I think, would go a long way because, you know, if Jokic is out a couple of weeks or whatever it may be, finding that rhythm, but also having a person that they can rely on a bit more
right,
when they come back will go a long way. He also has not been playing particularly well as of late. So just seeing something there would be a positive for the Nuggets. And who knows, maybe he gets you a win or two. I think that goes a long way for his confidence as well. So that would be a big one for me.
I think that's a fantastic one, to be honest. And it's a real silver lining that could come out of this. If Jokic misses even just a little bit of time, it is 33, 34 minutes a night for Big Val and an opportunity to say for every player to be like, oh, okay, this is how we play with him. This is a little action that we do. So I think that's a huge one. And then when he goes back to his role, it would be like, hey, that's perfect. Now everybody has something they do with Big Val. You want a silver linings prediction? It's like Red Hawk Roofing silver linings takeaways.
I mean, listen, like, if Jamal Murray wants to be an all-star, like, now is his time. Now is his time to show the world that he deserves to be an all-star. So, he didn't respond that well in this game. Not surprised. I mean, everyone was very shaken. It's a different thing to go into a game knowing that you're going to be the guy. I did notice him like wanting to take the reins to be the guy, but it was just kind of a mess. So we might, get like a really big stretch from Jamal Murray because they absolutely have to have it.
What a great story it would be, honestly. And we've seen it before, just never sustained. We haven't ever seen him do it but we have seen him do it as a one-off. Like, all right, we're going to get killed tonight. No, and then he does it. It would be great as they get at Toronto, at Cleveland, at Brooklyn, at Philadelphia, at Boston. You just pick up a couple of those you don't expect. The next thing you look up and go, wow, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm scraping for this one.
We're all scraping.
Brother, we're squinting as hard as we can. We got a magnifying glass we're looking.
I'll say DaRon Holmes minutes.
Yeah?
For those who really wanted to see him, you might get to. I'm not saying that is necessarily the team's going to be better for this on the other end of it, but it'll be a look at the youngster to see what it can do, and maybe it all feels less pressure. You know what I mean? Because these games are going to be weird as they are. So just go out there and play. Don't worry about winning or losing the non-Jokic minutes, things like that. So if we get an extended look at DaRon Holmes, that's something. But even just framing that as a silver lining seems sheepish. Feels sheepish.
Well, here's my silver lining, and it could be a real one. I think when people think of basketball, they think of it in terms of X's and O's and this guy can shoot, so you need to add a shooter and you add this. But there's a whole other layer to it, which is your character.
Oh, yes.
What is it a team plays with? Are they a tough team? Are they resilient? Are they feisty? Or what do they
hungry?
have? The Nuggets, I don't think, can win with 4 starters out with anything other but incredible toughness, attention to detail, and just a level of FU. And if the Nuggets now are forced to rally around Jamal Murray, who else is a go-to scorer there? Big Val? Who else is a go-to scorer? Spencer Jones?
It's going to be Tim Hardaway. Apparently
maybe
Spencer Jones is our best.
Maybe it's Spencer Jones, 5-5 from 3 tonight. Peyton Watson maybe has a little bit more to his game he can explore. Bruce Brown. It's just not that many guys. You know how they're going to have to win? They're going to have to win by really getting tough, really getting gritty. And if you can win a couple weeks off of just that, just guile and toughness and this or that, then when you do get your guys back slowly, they start to come back. Hopefully that doesn't leave you. It's like, okay, Yoke makes the game so easy that I think sometimes those things are easy to forget because it's like, but we know we can come back. Hopefully this team gets to a point where it's like, we just do this every night now. And now that the game is easier, we do that and put teams away. So I would love to see the Nuggets in this stretch show some resolve, some toughness, and bring a different attitude and approach to these games and find a way to win.
Right now, they were already going to be scratching to get, positive games every single night because you just don't know what to expect with them. But you were just confident in knowing that you have the best player in basketball and the best duo in basketball. Now, if you're down 1 for a couple of weeks and you get a couple of wins, now you really that could galvanize the team, get them behind each other of saying no one believes in us truly at this point. We're down our best player and we're still finding a way. You could build chemistry with that. You could build confidence into that second half of the season, but also you get to know you're good enough. I really do think that if you win, these games, you could turn into a champion, champion team.
For sure.
Because you get to look to the next guy and say, hey, we did that. So this could be a good stretch of just fighting. Really, it's about seeing if you have that pedigree right now. They're going to be tested. Go out and shock the world.
That's exactly right. I love that. I mean, listen, tonight DaRon Holmes got a battlefield promotion. He got in
because
because
it's called?
Yeah, when somebody gets taken out, so you're the sergeant.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, that is. Yeah.
It happened a lot in the 19th century.
Yes, it did.
happened a lot. Yeah.
Where you just show up and you're suddenly in charge.
Yeah.
And you're like,
where should we go?
Who's in charge here?
Captain?
You are, sir.
Yeah. So the thing is that there's also the idea of trial by fire, iron sharpening iron. I mean, you can be put into a horrendous situation and come out better for it because of the things that you're saying. Tonight is tough to look at after the injury because again, they were so visibly shaken, as were all
Right,
of us. It's
yeah.
like you can't really concentrate on the game like you would necessarily want to. But there is an opportunity for the Nuggets to really show us something.
I'll give you guys another one, man, another silver lining here. And this is why I always like sports. Sometimes we can almost be corny about it, when we're like being trying to be extra poetic about it. But sports really do mirror life. They teach you these life lessons in them. And one of it is not that the Nuggets take the season for granted or any of this, but this might be the near-death experience that provides a reminder of how fragile this whole thing is, this whole era. And you look at it and you're like, how many more years we got of Jokic's prime and this or that. And maybe these are like, you know what? You never know how a season's going to unfold. And it could be a realization for the whole team of like, everyone does come back at some point this season. Maybe it's mid-January, maybe it's February, whatever. And there's just an appreciation for this is the moment. Like, we might never get this opportunity again. We felt what it was like when it almost disappeared from us. And there's just a more seriousness to it. I think the Nuggets lose a lot of games because they're not serious. And maybe they don't always understand or feel that sense of urgency. Mm-hmm. And this might be a thing that, when it's all said and done, provides a sense of urgency that was a missing piece, quite frankly, of the Nuggets character.
Especially because they came out of the gate and they looked amazing. And everyone knew it, and I think they kind of knew it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's part of what Spencer Jones was talking about with the, look, we know our offense. We get up big, and then sometimes we just kind of stop.
Right.
In the very, very beginning of the year, guys, training camp out in San Diego, what a great week that was.
Oh, man, that was a good time.
And just kind of to start the year, they were talking a lot about everyone kind of understands what this year is. Everyone understands the urgency, the seriousness of the moment. As the season's gone on, it's felt like maybe less so. You know what I mean?
Because we got to the dog days.
Because we got to the dog days. And maybe because guys were hurt. But maybe this just kind of reminds everyone, like you were saying, that it could all happen this year, and you could go down in history together, or it could all be over tomorrow. You can't take any day or any moment for granted. I can't believe I just did the for granted thing earnestly. Can't escape it.
Life's a fragile thing here.
I did, so like 2 years ago, it was like, well, we were the 100, now we're the 100. And this year is all about taking it for granted. Yeah. There's one cliche that the whole year is just all about.
We can't get away
the don't
from
take
it.
it for granted year.
This is they're the hunted by the injury gods here.
No, they're the murdered by
But
the
you think
injury.
about it, even in the playoffs last year and the year before, think about Minnesota. You win 3 games, all of a sudden you have a chance to put it away. You lose by 50 points. The Nuggets have always had this sense of like, we don't have to always pay attention. Like, there's always another opportunity. And maybe it is a trait of this team that just needed to be sort of, this is their near-death experience. God, if you just forgive me this one time, give me a second chance.
I'm going to take
one.
it seriously.
I'll never take a quarter off again. Maybe that's
But also
what we
maybe
get.
they don't. Also maybe nothing changed. But that'd be great. That'd be a wonderful silver lining.
It would be a hell of a silver lining, man. Any other silver linings you guys want to get to?
Oh, no.
Is there anything else you want?
I have intensified concerns. Is that what you were looking for?
I'll be honest, man. I just knock on wood because we don't know. I just am not going to the darkest place yet. To me, I'm watching it and I'm like,
So I'm saying,
it could be bad. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it is.
I was going to say something far more specific, actually, which is the lone remaining starter, Jamal Murray, turned his ankle on Christmas, and he was grabbing at it a couple times tonight. So, like, my biggest hope is just that he doesn't get injured now, overcompensating in the next 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Because a lot's going to be on Jamal, as it should be, as he's paid to, perform under these circumstances. It also could be the exact kind of thing that, turns into a sprained ankle or whatever. That's not me trying to doom. That's just like a legitimate concern that I have. Like, Jamal is also hobbled, so I hope that he comes out of this healthy more than anything else.
And sometimes that's the type of stuff. You guys will hate this reference. I think it was Game 4 of the 2000 NBA Finals when Shaq went out. I don't remember if he fouled out. Yeah, he fouled out. And then Kobe went on a crazy run. It was kind of the birth of Kobe. Because Kobe was a good player, but it was like, hey. And then it was like, wait, he can carry us to a win too. It was kind of the big one. It would be great if Jamal had that. He's had a great year. And if there was this moment of like, you know what? He also can do. We know he can win you games even with Jokic on the floor, but it's usually with him. If he can win you him in that way, it would give the Nuggets and us all a different level of confidence. We just have never seen it, so it's never happened.
That's true.
Most of this because Jokic's never out. But if that happens, it would be a thing where we actually feel even more confident once everyone returns.
If Jamal goes on that type of run, that changes everything for him, especially right now. Like, you don't say arguably an all-star like you would he would
Just
for
straight
sure
up.
be an all-star if he's able to get some wins, if he's able to just like go off in all of these games and put the team on his back. And also that, not to say that he's pushing for that, but that's something that he just has not had the opportunity to do. It's just to be by himself for a night, just to see if he's able to just go off. So, like, maybe that could be a silver lining of Jamal Murray just turning into, like, the leader of the team, the best player on the court for the first time since he's been in the NBA. Like, that's something that you could root for.
Yeah.
Anything final here you guys want to do? But I mean, we don't have to wallow in this the entire time. But anything else you guys want to kind of hit on with this game or with this moment?
Spencer Jones was incredible.
He really was.
He was incredible.
Really was. Defensively and those threes.
He was
to try
the
to keep
only
them in
player
it.
that was really doing anything. He 5 of 6 from 3.
Yeah.
And he just kept hitting them.
I thought Bruce Brown too, though. Bruce Brown was also 7 of 9. Spencer had 16, Bruce had 15, and they both made a bunch of like high impact plays. But I just say that to say those two guys I thought tonight brought it.
I agree.
Before the injury, Spencer Jones was incredible defensively in that first half. Like, he was switching on to guards and shutting them down. That seems to be his real name now. Norman Powell was like clamped. Like, he got a couple of steals in a row, got out and finished. Then he'll step out and has to guard a big. And he's able to do that. It's like wild to see like that versatility on a guy. And then Bruce Brown, like, that's a guy that's going to play with the chip. He's going to make you feel like you still have a chance even though you're down. And it was good to see him continue to play hard despite, the night going the way that it did. So those were two positives on the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. Should be interesting no matter what here to see what these Nuggets do over this next little bit, but it'll feel really good when they're healthy. I feel like this is when you like we've been in like a freezing cold river. That we're gonna get out and wrap in a blanket. When everybody gets back, you can hopefully feel
It's
that
like
jolt.
February 1st after dry January.
Thank God. Thank God. Just pouring, not even drinking it. Just showering.
all over.
All right.
All right, why don't we go to Super Chats, Kale? I hear we have a lot of them.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, man. Okay, so
Let's take our time and really digest these, shall we?
Okay, I'm going to keep track of positive versus negatives.
Oh,
We're going to
God.
find out.
Jordan Adam 728. Rocky hanging lifeless. Every Nugs fan.
Not
tonight.
positive.
No.
So that goes
Rocky
to the
ain't
negative.
lifeless, man. It's so true. That's the ultimate. I haven't used that meme in so long.
It's
Big
been a while.
Honey 15.
And I'm not using it tonight.
Big Honey 15. I'm just really sad, fellas. We suffer together.
I will say that is one thing that's true. Regardless of the news, it's kind of why we have this little community. We've suffered a lot together.
That was that's a very I appreciate that sentiment. Wouldn't call it positive though.
I would.
Sentimental.
I would.
Yeah.
It's reticent. It's
Okay,
not positive.
nice.
Salvation only possible through suffering, Eric. You know this.
Yeah, but we're in the suffering part.
What book
Yeah.
is that from? Okay. The Fox Prince 789. Absolutely devastated. Wonder if we'll get to see some stuff from Holmes in this stretch. Looking forward to having AG and CB back stat. Anyway, love you guys no matter what. All the Nuggets are
Now
good.
that is the first positive.
I love that.
That is a positive.
Fox
She's
Prince always positive, man.
though.
Real
You're going to
one.
love this one, Eric. Smug Nug. Jokic will be fine. Worst case scenario is a top 5 pick in this year's draft. Really trying to be positive.
Dang, dude,
We were
that's a good-
chasing history. 60 wins and ring number 2. Ugh.
Yeah.
Threw a hashtag in there.
Short 2 and 2. 2 positives, 2
Yeah.
negatives.
Yeah. That one was positive, sarcastically.
Any cover you like, 75-10. Prayers for Jokic. I'm from Cincinnati, but lived in Denver when 15 was drafted. Been a Nugs fan ever since. Regardless what happens from this news, I'm staying loyal to this team. Love the show. Prayers up.
Damn, that was positive as
Bro,
hell.
I'm telling you, man. These like, what did I say? No atheists in the foxhole? Is that what it is?
I'm
That's
just
where we
surprised
are
you
right
didn't,
now.
growing up in Cincinnati,
that a
didn't
saying?
follow the local Cincinnati
Isn't that
team.
the saying?
I don't know if that's a saying.
Is that what's the saying?
Yeah, there are no atheists in the foxhole, yeah.
Is that a saying?
Yeah.
I've never heard that
Well,
one.
you've never been in the foxhole taking bullets,
That's
you
because I'm
know?
the atheist. They won't let me in. These are that was a $10 super chat. So is this one from Walter Worthy.
That's what it means. It's like, no, you're going to die out there.
yeah.
You're not allowed in here. You're not a believer.
This is they're like, we don't trust you, dude. This is
But you see you trying to hop in here. One question.
when bum-ass Jaime Jaquez Jr. is allowed to push off with impunity, then basketball is in its worst state ever. Hashtag save
Can I actually go to my worst self for a second?
Please.
Can I
Yeah, sure.
channel him?
Why not?
I blame Adam Silver for
Oh,
all of this.
Dang.
All of it.
I can't wait for this.
This is just a freak accident, so
Yes,
it's not
it's
even like a
just not
thing.
even
It doesn't matter. I'm going to force it. Seventh game in 10 days, and because we allow these stupid, you jump anywhere near a guy. Norm Powell got a foul today called against Peyton Watson. Peyton Watson didn't jump anywhere near him. He jumps to shoot it all the way to his side and shoots it. And you know what it is? A foul on Peyton because we have to protect the shooter.
Yeah.
These rules are like really dangerous, but disguised
I mean,
as
would you guys
safety.
would you feel better if he got a foul called on him?
Who?
Jaime Jaquez.
No. I bet that's why I said just let me do this. Just let me do this for a second, okay? Just let me do
It's
this.
like, hey, whoa.
Just
I know that he got hurt, but hold on. We got the foul.
I know it was
We
a
got the
freak
foul call.
accident, and it's really nobody's fault. But Adam Silver and his stupid league.
We did get that foul call.
Stupid league.
Diz 445 Heat versus Nuggets. Them Nuggets were #extra #crispy today.
No.
Frowny face.
This
was the worst Diz 445.
Tomatoes. Get out of here.
In his defense, he obviously could not just do the normal line tonight.
He couldn't
would
do
not
it.
have worked.
No, this is what it should have been. Heat versus Nuggets. I'm putting my head in the microwave.
There you
go.
go. $12.15, which feels an awfully lot like the end of someone's checking account. Sending some positive thoughts to Nikola, never taken for granted. We appreciate you, Reggie.
God.
Reggie.
Like the little box popped up. You only have 12.15. He's like, yes.
You know
full
what?
amount.
Screw it. Send it.
I'm going all in.
Yeah. Stray Flick. Who's ready for some hoops as bad as the 10-72 Sixers? We're lucky if we win one game. Get ready for the play-in. Don't cope. We're screwed.
Putting that in the negative.
Is that
No,
negative?
that one is the
No,
negative.
you sure? you sure?
I also love this idea that you shouldn't cope. This is like we're so
I know.
cynical that it's like you should never have positive
Well,
thoughts.
also, there's not even news yet.
I know.
We're not coping. We're just like, bro, can we wait till here? Where we're here?
I know we some have to talk about this injury while knowing full well anything we say about it could be 100% wrong.
There's like a place to live, and I don't know if people know this, in between like therapy speak and never cope for anything.
Yeah,
Just constant doomer. There's a space in the middle there I think we can
Yeah,
live
it's called.
in.
It's like called be like you don't have to always like be a man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be just like, man. I hope, boy, I hope that not everyone I know is hurt emotionally.
Quit coping, Eric!
Oh, yeah.
Have some copium, dude! Have some
man.
copium, bro!
I think the complete step is to just remove that word from your. Just stop thinking
Cope,
about
I know.
in life that way.
You're
you know?
coping.
Oh, you're right. I am.
What is it? Coping means you're dealing with something difficult.
You're right. I am coping.
That's
literally
we're
we are
literally trying
coping.
to cope.
Walter Worthy 7494. I want to watch hoops, not Ric Flair highlights. #Adam Silver sucks.
You know what? I don't even get it, but I'm with you, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I said. Get Ric Flair out of here.
Die Hard Dean. Every game without Jokic is a tragedy, not just for the team, but for every fan of the game. The man is such a gift to all of us.
Strong agree. Strong agree.
I'm gonna cope in here. You guys let me know.
Five ish. Sup, fellas? Don't feel right updating the goal given the circumstances.
I love it.
That's such a
out of
funny
respect
sentence.
for the victims. We're not tonight.
I
Okay, we'll
hope he
pick it up
checks
again.
back. I hope he pops back in later and actually does this.
He's like, you know what?
I just couldn't get it on the first. The
I'm
first
feeling a
go
little
round.
better. Just going to send good vibes and hope for the best. We will get through this.
We will.
Sammy G
Are we sure?
We might not.
6714.
That's cope.
Yeah, we're coping.
You're coping, brother. Adam Silver's NBA is increasingly being defined by star player injuries. The league needs to be reformed. I don't know how we compete for a title with 4 starters out.
We don't.
Well, they won't. They're
We
going to need those
absolutely
4
do not.
starters back.
Nobody
for
ever
sure.
has.
Yeah.
You know what? I have a take for you guys. I think we could win it even without Yoke, Cam, Eric Gordon, and Christian Brown. I still think we're the favorites.
I think I saw a lot of heart out of DaRon Holmes tonight.
I know they got outscored by 30 in the second half alone, but
My favorite archetype of commenter is the one that's in a rush to tell you that they're screwed without Jokic. You're like, man, I know. I know. Peter Duck 1204. Jokic is strong. I know he will be back and better than ever. Murray,
think so,
P-Watt,
too.
Bruce Brown, and Big Val will carry. I think he will be back after the trip.
right, man, that to me feels like the best case
That'd be
scenario right
incredible.
now.
What that tells me is
I didn't
that
even care about this road
You know
trip.
what that tells me is that I should go on a trip. either medicinally or just actually to go somewhere.
Medicinal trip.
Game
I do
shot.
like the idea of us just being like, guys, we're
just
not doing shows for
we'll
the
be
next
back.
couple games. We're going to take like 6
or I
games
just come
off.
out of a stupor. I'm like, is Jokic back? You're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. He came back after the trip.
We should Photoshop the announcement from that Panthers podcast that just quit because they couldn't take it anymore. Just be like, guys, we're going to need a couple weeks. Game time.
First they quit, and now the
Panthers had a good year. Best year. Best year they've had in a
man.
long time. Official season from hell is Game Shine. $10 from Game Shine as well. At least we have our draft pick in 2026. If he's out for the season, please no. Maybe we should tank. Question mark.
Well,
you know
some
what?
people go real far. You know,
Yeah. Maximo Medeiros. I may be a Wolves
Sell the
fan,
team.
but this Joker injury sucks. If you're a true NBA fan, you want to see the best players play. He is the best player in the game, period. Wishing Joker a speedy recovery.
Thanks, Ollie.
appreciate it, buddy.
Definitely
That's classy
That
as
was
hell.
positive.
Man, a 50 spot from Colfax mode.
Colfax mode.
50 burger. Truly just sad right now. Wishing the best for the big guy. Heal up quick. Get yourself around on me.
Givali. Oh, man,
Thank
a
you,
50
brother.
piece,
Thank you,
man.
brother.
Thank you, Colfax
I wish-
mode.
Yeah.
Can we rain check that, though, to Wednesday? Wednesday's New Year's Eve.
$50. Well, hold on. I just did some math. That's 1.5 Seltzers.
Come on. Negative.
I didn't mean here.
Oh,
Just in
okay.
the world. Prices are not good.
Prices
out
are negative.
there. That was just
Any more?
Jeez, man. I'm trying to cope over here, bro.
Penny is 11.11. By the way, we don't even make pennies anymore. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
We don't?
We don't make pennies anymore. It's
I'm gonna
more expensive to make a penny than pennies are worth.
Oh, I'm going to start collecting. They're going to be
start
worth
co-
so much soon.
Yep. That'll be something you can have for sure. Anyway,
cent
pennies.
each.
They're
Remember
up
when Jokic
250%.
knocked knees in Utah a couple years ago? We all felt the same way. Hope it's the same severity. Unfortunately, I think it's a little worse, but maybe
But maybe not,
Maybe
man.
not.
How do you know? You're not Dr. Brian Sutterer.
No, I just meant that he didn't knock knees.
You're
He-
just Dr. Dipshit.
okay.
over
You're
there.
right. You know what? I'll fall back. Someone stay with D-line tonight.
P.S.
Colfax.
P.S. You got
Couldn't
Colfax.
pay me.
But
There's not enough money in the world that'll make me do this. Not it.
Oh, Kyle. Oh, this
Kyle
one.
M20, and this one feels backhanded.
Oh.
No,
Hey,
that
Adam.
feels right.
Hey,
I
Adam.
got back-to-back Kyle Hey Adams.
Yeah,
you know, back-to-back. Also, the Nuggets.
But
the worst
this-
one. This
this
one,
could-
I know you're just laughing
this
back
could
there.
possibly be the
Kyle's
worst
watching
one.
right now, just having such a laugh. You know what, man?
This would have
I'll
been,
be the clown for you. You
this would have
happy?
been this would have been the ultimate time to pull out a hey kale.
Oh.
First time ever.
Maddox Otter, calm down on my second Dr. Pepper. It's just sports.
My second Dr.
Did the
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper
Yes.
make it better? It's okay. Okay.
I'm going to go have a diet
I
Dr.
might need
Pepper
to
then,
try
just
that.
to try it.
Nugget
sugar.
Ball 94. Jokic gets some much needed rest for a bit. That is optimistic.
Bro, that is actually, hey, legitimate
You know
take
what?
here.
Well
legitimate
done.
take.
Well
Yo
done.
gets 2 weeks off in the middle of the season.
Yeah, all he had to do
Okay.
was get hurt. To
I mean,
do it.
he
That's
never,
actually worse for his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dev.
Oh, okay. My
Yeah,
bad.
Dev, he's trying to be positive.
yeah.
That is impressively positive.
It is.
Fully healthy team back by February, just enough time to get conditioning and groove for a title run.
That's
oh my
true.
God.
They wouldn't be
No,
healthy
we're
if
not-
he's out.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
I was just gonna say, like, we're not like the season's not over.
Well,
Depending upon the severity of the news.
Conditionally.
We're pretty.
speaking.
We're pretty. It might not be.
Depending on one
But
piece of news?
yes, there's one piece of news. But point is that like we were already in a place where we're going to get all of our guys back, kind of at around the
Right.
same time. Now we just add another guy to that. And then they have enough time to go into the playoffs. So yeah, what the hell, dude?
Dusty old Cowtown. Prayers for Yoke. We got to win playing good defense now. Good luck, brother.
No, we don't. We can't.
I mean, you might be right, but
it's not. That's why we're going to lose the ball.
Yeah.
There's no way this team turns into a good defensive.
this just feels like the first layer of the problem, to be honest.
Bro, I thought this was Serbian for a second, then I got it.
Michael Porter Truther, silver lining, Zakeem Anajuwan.
Anajuwan. Zakeem Anajuwan.
Zakeem Anajuwan. Who?
Zeke is about to go Hakeem, I think.
I see now.
Can you imagine?
Zakeem Anajuwan unleashed.
By far my
Dude,
favorite fan fiction.
How did you figure out what that meant? That's unbelievable, Adam. Nice work.
I still don't get it. So this is crazy.
It actually is my favorite fan fiction is Zeke saves the season, goes full yoke, has a
I
triple
mean, I don't know
double.
if you noticed, he was in the game
He played tonight?
a lot.
He was in the game tonight?
Missed a layup
Wait,
pretty early
what?
on. Yep.
Fouled a lot.
There he is. Yeah. Well done,
We
kid.
can't do this. Hey, stop. We're not doing this. Zeke put his heart and soul into tonight. This is 4 point. Kel had it ready to go.
4-0.
Kel was like, he was like, I thought you'd never get to it.
Dude, 4-0.
Zeke could play. He could not play. He's getting blamed.
Oh, no.
Michael Porter Truther again. Joker card will win a ring or throw oops to AJ. I can never say his name.
Dabansa.
Dabansa.
Bandana. Cabana.
All right, well,
right.
we did it. You can't say we didn't do that
You,
show.
you can't say that. We did the show. We broke it all down. Play that outro music. Make it really sad, though.
Yeah, apparently you played really sad music earlier. We couldn't hear it.
Yeah, we couldn't hear it. Whatever happens, we will suffer together. If we get good news tomorrow, we'll celebrate it together. If we get bad news, we'll suffer together.
Oh, my
and then
God.
we'll do it
Yeah.
every single day for the rest of our lives.
Fellas, be on the ready for an emergency podcast tomorrow.
Be at the ready for that, because we will be breaking down whatever happens. We will be talking about it. Keep your fingers crossed, kiss your loved ones, and hit the like button on the way out.
See ya.
We all silly like the mayor.